Hello, you beautiful people. Today I wrote my first blueprint unit test, and right now we are inside of this blueprint test. The test itself is built after the assume, arrange, act, and assert pattern. Inside of assume, we assume that the test has a valid test world because the test itself will not run in plain editor world, but it will run in a test world, which we create before running the blueprint test. And inside of this test world, we create a new object of this unit test. So then in a range, which will be called after assume, we create a new mutex, set a start time for the test, create a new thread pool, and set an expected duration for the test. So remember, this blueprint unit test is running on the game thread, and each unit test is designed that on the game thread it will call the assume event, after that the arrange event, and after that the act event, and finally the assert event. And inside of this specific test, when we run act, it will create two new threads called task 1 and task 2. If everything is running perfectly fine, then thread 1 or task 1 will run first. It will lock our mutex. Then it will just do what it does. It will sleep for 2 seconds, and after that it cancels the task. This will unlock the mutex, and then inside of thread 2, which is running in parallel with task 1, it can finally lock the mutex, because here it will wait until the mutex gets unlocked by thread 1, and then it can finally do its job by sleeping for 1 second. After that, it also cancels the task and unlocks the mutex. This will in the end calls finish act, and when we call finish act, it will automatically calls the assert event, and inside of assert we assert that our time for the test, the duration, is greater or equal than the expected duration, which is 3 seconds. After that we do some cleanup stuff like destroying the thread pool. And this test I can run inside of the session front end. So we have this unit test mutex bp_dcc unit test_mutex. And if I click start tests, it will create a new test world. Inside of the test world, it will create a new blueprint object of this unit test and calls all of the 4 unit test events. So if I click this, the test should run for more than 3 seconds. So it's running. And here in the output log, we see that it logged the mutex, finished the first job. Then in the second task, it logged the mutex and also finished the job. And the test took more than 3 seconds. So yeah, good job. This is my first blueprint unit test.